Good evening, my name is Adamar Wood, they call me the Zotmeister. Welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. Twitchy is awaiting us here. The Duke's Archives. Maybe not the ideal choice for the next place to go, but it's kind of what I want to do next for plot reasons. You'll see what I mean. Eventually I'm gonna have to do a bit of bouncing around, but for now, getting about halfway through the Duke's Archives ought to be a good start for the night. Before I dive into this, my thanks to Zeno1980, who subscribed 6 hours ago. Sort of an awkward time to do so when I'm not streaming, but I greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much. So with that said, let's get this starter partied. When we last left our hero, she was, well, successful in staging a jailbreak, except she didn't actually leave. That's an inauspicious start now, isn't it? Wait, what? Okay, I'm awake. I'm awake. Dark Souls. I can do this. What the hell, Adam? Okay, come on. Homie, don't play that. The frickin' sword... When they do the shield bashes when I'm trying to parry, that never works out for me. That's what I get for trying to be fancy. I do it as a means of, like, warming up. There we go. Start of the stream, gotta get my sea legs. Oh, hi. Oh, hold up. Why can I not get back in there? I swear she drinks slower and slower every time I play this. Alright. Oh, and that's not even the right catalyst. I'm aiming for the one who's right at your face. Oh, I meant to switch back to the sword. That was embarrassing. Show must go on. Okay. 4 humanity stocked up. Okay. I need... Alright, I need to find another key, I think, in order to let Logan out. Brimcon, hello. How might you be? Ugh. At least if they do a shield bash, it means they're not blocking. So if I take the hit, at least I should be able to mash them afterwards. In theory. That's very, very important. Quite important. I have emptied out my flask already. This isn't good. Alright, so when the alarm isn't sounding, all the squids are grouped up in here. And they're kind of oblivious. Until you, like, walk right up to them. This is actually a very good place to farm humanity for those who are so inclined to do that sort of thing. It's certainly more entertaining than the rats. It's definitely worth more souls. Oh dear. Can I get out of this corner? Okay. Now, some would have the good sense to retreat in this situation. But I came here for a reason, and I intend to finish it. I don't think a lone fireball will do it. Eh, not quite. Yeah, I do not have the key for Logan. Okay. Well, a game that's inspired by Final Fantasy Tactics sounds wonderful until you say it's also inspired by those other two. Although I suppose Final Fantasy Tactics Advance did have a couple of interesting ideas. My word, that game is a torture. That game is only like a few steps removed from Spec Ops: The Line for what shouldn't be played. I don't mind the laws system all that much. Which one is my cell? Okay, it's way up here. Do I want resistance or vitality or... I never seem to know what stats I want. I could put it in intelligence. That's a weird way of handling MP. It's a really weird way of handling MP. It's hard to go wrong with some endurance, but I feel like that's not really what I need right now. I'll put it in resistance. I would have reason to save up a bunch of souls, but at the moment, I could use a little more reassurance on things. Okay, so leaving the archives. I knew there was an archer up there, so I wanted to be careful about how I actually did this approach. If I remember right, there's actually somebody else right around the corner? Yep. Let's just deal with them promptly, shall we? Alright, so with that out of the way... backstab this idiot. Upward. Alright, so... oh, bloody hell, I forgot about you. So we're actually in the other half of the archives from where we started. Oof. This would be a good time to put that, yeah, the crest shield back on here. I'd better do this. Here we go. All I have to do is keep him stun locked. I need one more. There we go. Bye. Tool. Okay, of course there's another one right around the corner here. But... we can make quick work of him. Cute. Have you caught up yet? Oh, you started firing arrows! What a jerkwad. Oh, oops. I'd better just keep going then. So this was the half that we came in on. You might recognize the area, the layout of the enemies. But now we're on the upper balconies. And there's a very peculiar little device here. Oh, my word. That's a problem. That was what I was afraid of, damn it. Alright, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Deaths are one thing. I just don't want any doubles. I already had 3, and they were all stupid. Uh-oh. Makeup! Alright. I actually deal less damage with each sword swing because I don't have the humanity in stock anymore. Ah, you again. Oh, come on, game. What? They undraw the guy. There must be a lure down the steps or something. Maybe I should put the hawk ring on for this. Looks like it would have saved me an arrow, at the minimum. There's nothing over that way, right? Yeah. Oh, he teleported. He's further down the hall now. Ha! Huh! Oh, oh, damn it. He's coming. And he's going. Uh-oh. I'm taking arrows. From behind! Oh no, you're empowered. Alright, that does it. Whoa, 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 no, 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 no. No, 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 no. What the? How did I lose my lock on? Okay, this is going exceedingly poorly. Okay, you're too far away. What am I trying to do? This. Where is it? Down? Okay. It's damaging him, but so little he's not reacting to it. Oh, that's too much of an adjustment. There we go. All the long-ranged jerks in this game. So much easier to just outrange them. It's like, well, if that's the way you want to play it, fine. Give you a taste of your own medicine. Oh, glorious. There's my last swig. Now, there is another way that I can go, of course. I can travel down from here. But I want to go across here first. For no other reason than that my souls are out this way. Oops. Alright. Oh, hi. Okay, so there is an archer on the other side. Do you hear that? He's trying to shoot at me right now. Actually, why... It stopped. Oh, he's up ahead. Okay, got it. Damn it, don't scare me like that, game. Alright. Oof. Alright, let's get out of the range of that archer. Oh, come on! How do I lose the lock on there? Man, this game's just trolling me now. Trolling me hard. Alright, so it came from this direction. Yeah, there you are. Oops. Oops. Dick. Yeah. Alright, so the fun thing that you get to do here is swivel these stairs around. This gives you a new upper and lower floor to access. Upper over here. Thing. Intimidating, ain't it? Yeah, I know, right? So this way we have a treasure chest positioned sideways, which might draw your attention, make you wonder if it's a mimic, but no, it's actually legit. And incidentally, you don't want to attack these chests willy-nilly, because you can break them. If you break them, the item inside is gone. It becomes rubbish. You could always put on a weak weapon and poke it once. But is that really the ideal way of starting a fight with a mimic? No. I highly recommend just waiting, watching, biding your time. Give it maybe 15 seconds. If it's a mimic, it'll breathe. Alright, and then we have this balcony that we have accessed. Doink. Doink. Oops. Yes, the stairwell is also one that can turn around. But notably, we don't have access to it right here. Hey, Skippy, yes it is. Grr. Rather fond of this weapon. So we just turn this back the way we came. You'll see that it's, yeah. You can't access it this way either. They were clever little bastards. They started that stairwell in a position where you can't actually walk to it because it's all walled off on this side. So what you have to do is come across here and drop down onto it. I didn't bring fall control with me, but it's not that far. Immediately check the sides, make sure I'm not being... Oh, right, yeah, it's this landing. So, of course, that's clear. And now I can come up this way. There's a channeler up here, but I shot him. Sends Funhouse. A chest. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Sorcery. Strong magic shield. Thank you for the cheer, Skippy. Greatly appreciate that. Enjoy your gold medal. And of course there are 2 more landings that I can check out, because, well, let's turn the old handle here. We were already up here, just took a different approach to it. But down here is new. See, that's where the channeler fell. Yes, and your reward lies in that general direction. He's not that far away, lock on. Ugh, fine. You wanna be that way, game? Fine. Thunk. Oh, that was lovely. Yeah, sneaking in this way is a lot easier than trying to climb down the steps out in the main hall. By, like, a lot. That actually gives you a secret passage to the back end of it. And the grand significance of that There's no enemy cover back here. And this is a bonfire. And this bonfire is not cut off from the others. We can actually warp out of here if we want to now. Hey, King Cool, good to see you. Yeah, get lit. I see what you did there. Alright then. Yeah, we are at the bottom of the stairs now, where we have avoided a lot of unnecessary and unpleasant enemy contact. Mind you, I could fight them anyway, just to show you who's where. But yeah, down here in the basement, we've got some interesting things. My word, it's dark in here. Yeah, try sorcery, because it's incredibly dark in here. And I do believe that chest is breathing. Hold on. It might have just been anti-aliasing artifacts. Oh yeah, no, that one's fine. Okay. A blue titanite chunk. Yeah, I don't think there is anything back here. It's just an incredibly dark room. This room a bit brighter. There's another chest here. I'm almost certain there's a mimic around here somewhere, which is why I'm checking these out. I don't necessarily remember where everything is. Oh, hey, if you want to look like an asshole channeler, well, you can do that now. That's totally a thing. Six-eyed Helm of the Channelers. Helm of the Channelers, sorcerers that serve Seath the Scaleless. Say that 5 times fast. The 6 eyes arranged in 2 vertical columns compensate for Seath's lack of sight. The heaviest of protective gear for sorcerers, and imbued with magic. Yeah. Chest ahead. And indeed there is. Hidden just around the corner. And of course it's a legit chest, because, I mean, why would a mimic be hiding right around the corner, right? What point would that serve? Crystal Ember. Fun stuff. That one's the mimic. As you can see. I think that's just the one. Yeah. Archive Tower Giant Cell Key. That is what I was waiting for. Oh, there's actually a difference on that, huh? It's pretty obvious when they breathe, though, and it actually doesn't take that long. How long is their breath cycle, anyway? Yeah, it's only like an 8-second wait between breaths. I wish I had a Lloyd's Talisman. Well, I suppose I could start the fight this way, right? Just stick lava under it. Oh my word, what? Yeah, I do not screw around with mimics. It is far too easy to get a double KO against a mimic, and then you don't get the item it was carrying. Symbol of Avarice and an enchanted falchion. The symbol of Avarice is basically a helmet that makes you look like a mimic. Monster head resembling a treasure chest. Once an ancient god, it is said this is the symbol of shame imposed on a long-lost clan, exiled for the sin of avarice. Wearing this slightly raises soul absorption and item discovery, but also affects its wearer with the curse of the branded. In other words, you actually get a percentage increase to how many souls you earn while you are wearing it, and your item discovery goes up. So it's like the covetous gold serpent ring, and there's also a covetous silver serpent ring that boosts the souls you earn. You haven't seen that yet, but there is one in the game. It gives you an effect similar, although I think a little lesser to what they provide, but it gives you both. However, it also acts as if you're currently poisoned. It's not actually a poison effect. You can't wear anything to prevent it, but it does drain your health over time in a manner very similar to being poisoned. So you can really only do so much with it. With that said, if you know what you're doing, it can definitely serve a purpose. The enchanted falchion is just like any other normal falchion. You won't see anything different in its text. It just happens to be ascended beyond +5 to magic, and then to magic +5, and then reascended to enchanted. You get all of that essentially for free. Yes, as you might imagine, making a weapon magic, giving it the magic enchantment, ascension, I suppose I should say. Pardon me. Reduces its physical stat scaling a bit, but adds magic damage and gives it int scaling. Making it enchanted enhances that effect, that scaling, even further. So you can see right now, this weapon, even without any pluses on it, it's already 124 plus 7 physical, 132 plus 45 magic damage, because I've cranked my intelligence up to 27. Random aside, Virgil's root beer is definitely not what it used to be, but their black cherry cream soda is astounding. Just thought I'd mention that. What was on my mind. Not being paid to say that. It just happens to be what I'm drinking right now, and I wholeheartedly approve of it. So, yeah, I now have a good assortment of options. If I need divine damage, there's Ostra's Straight Sword. If I need magic damage, there's the Enchanted Falchion. If I need fire damage, there's Quillog's Fury Sword. And if I need lightning damage, there's the good old lightning spear, which I've bumped up to +4 at this point. So let's do a little bit of arithmetic, shall we? Just to see which is the better general purpose weapon. This one right now is 376 total. Oh, pardon me. This one is, let's see, 311, 322, 397, and this does not include that 397. If you add all those numbers up there, those do not include the damage boost I am getting from possessing humanity, which is something that Quillog's Fury Sword does. Where did I find that? If you mean the soda, Whole Foods. That I really shouldn't go there, but it happens to be very close to the post office where my P.O. box is, so it's very easy for me to stop in there and grab a couple things. I wonder how many letters I need to type in. Quela. There we go. Quelog's Fury Sword. Let's see. I think I have 4 humanity stockpiled at the moment. Yes. So I'm currently getting plus 10 physical and plus 31 fire damage above and beyond what you can see here right now. I don't know how the people at the wiki determined these numbers, but that is totally a thing that is happening. I'm not human at the moment! Save it for Dark Souls 2 or something, I don't know. Oh man, all of a sudden... Oh. Mike's still with me? Okay. All of a sudden my throat is just really acting up. It's been fine all day. Oh, didn't say me! I see what you did there! Alright, please bear with me for a moment as I grab some cough drops. The bag is right here. I apologize for any crinkling you might hear. So there is, yeah, there's a good variety. If I was a little more knowledgeable as to which enemies in particular are weak to which elements, I could probably switch weapons around a bit more intelligently. Right now, the Enchanted Falchion, let's see, 256, 263, 308. Okay. So that is definitely not as good as the others. But if something is particularly weak to magic, then that is definitely an option. And I could, of course, always improve it. Blue Titanite chunks should add some steps to that. The way that you make something magic or enchanted is actually through Rickert in New Londo Ruins, the sorcerer blacksmith there. But he is going to require embers to do so. Yeah, here we've got a... I still have a Dark Ember I need to give to Andre. And then we've got the Crystal Ember here. Yeah, handled only by the Giant Gods blacksmiths. Yeah, this you actually want to give to the Giant Blacksmith in Anor Londo. And he will allow you to give a weapon the Crystal Enhancement, which I do not recommend in any way, shape, or form. I'm just gonna come right out and say that right now. Key to the giant cell below the Duke's Archive Tower. The giant cell once imprisoned countless maidens, but is now empty, save for a few key persons. They struggle to uphold their sanity as the horde of mistakes writhe at a fearfully close proximity. Alright, with that, I believe I can rescue Logan. This lever right here lowers this plank, and it very cleverly becomes stairs on the way down. Kind of a neat little thing. But yeah, there is an enemy. Well, that was a missed plunge. Somehow it buffered another attack, though. Oh, I wasn't expecting the jump. He psyched me out there. That's right, you can't do a jumping attack with this weapon for some reason. I stand totally corrected. That was weird. Bits of rusty gear work. I don't think this is another mimic. After all, why would a mimic hide, right? He's out in the open, he wants to be seen. 20 prism stones. They give you those for a very important reason that we will get to a bit later. There is not a boss behind here. Instead, this actually leads out to another area that I do not want to visit just yet. But I do want to enter this courtyard. You see these crystal golems lying around here? See, this one is golden. You should know what that means by now. We've encountered that before. It means that someone is imprisoned within. I want to single that one out. Hitting it with an arrow tends to be a good way to do that. Wait for it to come over here so that I don't aggro anyone or anything else. Come on! Shames. Use the good stuff. Oh, where did you come from?! That defeated the entire purpose. Alright, fine. Just have to kill both of you. See, here's the thing about flamethrowers in video games. Fuck off. Now then, where were we? You're bigger than the others, aren't you? I just miss you? Oh, that made him stagger. That's how to decide it. There we go. Here we go. But it's not who you think it is, necessarily.
It was you who rescued me. Why, thank you. I am Sieglind of Katarina. I don't know how I ended up in that crystal. It wasn't terrible in there, but I could hardly move. I must think of some way to repay you. Oh, have you seen my father? You wouldn't miss him. A suit of armor just like mine.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. I knew he was here somewhere. Well then, now I must find him. Thanks again, truly. Now if you'll just stay put and keep out of trouble.
Yeah. Meet Sieglind. Okay. So let's see. With that having been done, I can totally save the rest of this for later. My word. Let's come back the way I came here. I can't resist. Oh, you're an archer, crap. I can outgun you! Ooh, I fired a little too quickly there. Wasn't expecting to stagger him. Oh, hi! Let me deal with you first. Idiot. Predictable! Uh-oh, where'd that come from? Hmm. Oh, crap. An archer found his way up onto the... He's shooting down at me from up there. Okay, that's bad. Alright, so let me turn the corner here. Remove him from that equation. I don't think there are any chests or anything anywhere around here. Although I suppose I should, like, confirm that at some point. For you all. I'm taking that arrow, aren't I? I got him. Funk. Ah, Havoc Engine, you are so delightful. Hey, what'd that table ever do to you? What an asshole. Let me go ahead and take the last swig here. Yeah. Absolutely nothing. Making that shortcut very well worth using. No reason not to. Alright, so let's see. Let us go visit... Andre. So that would be... Undead Parish, there we go. Got something for you, big guy.
Show me that ember of yours. Well, I've never heard of a black ember. How about leaving that ember with me? I find it strangely fascinating. Yes. Well, thank you. This ember really is something special. I'm already under its spell. I sense great potential, indeed.
Okay. So I did actually look this up, and the way that the Occult Ascension works is that it deals bonus damage. No, Andre actually manages to keep his sanity. I know what you mean, right? The way everything else goes in this game, you'd think that, you'd think he'd go nuts. Right, so, the way that the occult effect works is that you deal bonus damage to those directly related to Gwyn. Those related to Lord Gwyn. If I... Give me just a moment here, and I can give you a list. Most notably, the Black Knights and those damn silver ones in Anor Londo. Those are definitely susceptible. Sentinels, the really, really big knights with the really, really tiny heads in comparison in Anor Londo, are susceptible to occult. And 3 bosses. Dragon Slayer Ornstein. That's the one that uses the spear. Not Smough, the one that uses the hammer. Just that one. Gwyndolin, if you end up fighting him, rather than joining the Blades of the Darkmoon, he's susceptible to occult. And perhaps most notably, the final boss. The final boss is actually weak to occult. So that's a thing. That exists. Yeah. So that's what it does in this game. Yeah, as opposed to the Divine, which is a little more obvious. What it affects. Like all the skeletons. There are actually certain enemies in areas we haven't been to. Once I get through New Londo Ruins, you'll see one of them. It's called the Massive Souls. The Crow Demons in the Painted World of Ariamis, for whatever reason, are weak to Divine. And perhaps most importantly, if you are armed with a Divine weapon and the final blow to knock out a skeleton comes from that, then it will not respawn, even if there are necromancers about. And it turns out that there's a boss fight that is particularly useful for. But yeah, he can unascend things there. There's a very large ember he needs in order to get something up to plus 15. I don't have that yet. He can't do the Ascension, but he can still improve this. What else am I gonna do with a blue Titanite chunk, right? I could get some other weapon up rather than a falchion, but given this one's already enchanted, what the hey? Now that I got that up to plus 2, that's actually showing me what it would be at plus 3 as well. Note that the physical actually scales down a tad. But of course the magic makes up for it. And actually the physical base increases as well. Let's see, 270, 281, 289, 295, and 6. So we're talking 355. That's getting it, it's already a lot closer to the other weapons now. That's only at plus 2.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Oh, actually.
That's an odd ember you have there. Ah, I know what you're thinking. But I'm no good with those. It won't be easy, but I'm afraid you'll have to look for someone else.
Yes, referring to the crystal one I've got. That I need to send to Anor Londo. There's no need to just cast repair. Don't think oh, here we go. I knew there was something else I wanted to do here. There we go.
Oh yes, and one other thing about the Darkroot Garden. It is said to house the grave of Sir Artorius, the Abyss Walker. Only of those who ventured into the forest, none has returned. Don't get yourself night.
Okay. Right. So yes, I can warp to the Duke's archives. Now, it will be that bonfire in the back. The same one I warped out of. Well, I can go rescue Logan, but first I want to visit Firelink Shrine. Pardon me, there she is again.
Hello again. We're both managing quite well, aren't we? I haven't found my father yet. Have you seen him? Really? Then I must be off. I'm sorry he's caused you trouble. He has a knack for that. If you just stay put.
It's a little harder to get the camera to view her, given that she always turns to look at the player character just as much as she can, so I can't really get the camera on her face while she's here. Okay, I think, yeah, oh, Griggs is still here.
Oh, hello. You made it. Then let us begin. As promised, I shall bequeath Master Logan's sorcery to you.
Yeah, but I've bought him out.
It's not that I'm concerned, even in this no, the reason... Well, goodbye then.
I think when I free Logan, he will try to go to the Duke's archives. Okay, Petrus is still there. Glorious. You can actually wake him up with an unarmed strike, but I won't bother. Okay, where I want to go from here, unfortunately, is Tomb of the Giants. I have some plot advancement to do. Yeah, I hate this area with a passion. Alright, reattune magic. Unfortunately, what I need here is sort of a... I kind of wish I could have a mix. Pyromancies are definitely more useful against the undead than spells. Than sorceries, I should say. But... I need a couple things here. Things like cast light and fall control. I won't need repair for long. Let's see. Great Heavy Soul Arrow, two copies of the standard there. Put this catalyst back on here. Aha! It happened at 27 intelligence. The standard Sorcerer's Catalyst is now actually better than the Ulicilian one. That unscaling 180 I have finally gone past. So I actually do want to use the standard one now. Repair! Right back to resting. Let's attune something useful here instead, like homing using soul mass. And, oh, yeah, the bottomless box. Two crystal straight swords. I don't need to be carrying either of them. Lustrous straight sword I hold on to. Enchanted falchion, Quillog's fury sword. A lightning spear. Oops. Quick there. Black bow of Faris, sorcerer's catalyst. I don't need to carry that one anymore. Fancy flame. It's the talismans. Yeah, it's very clear that I'm not going to ever need that one. Velka's is going to be the way to go if I ever end up actually needing to use that. Don't need to carry that at all. I like to carry all the shields that have a special effect. Okay. I have a set of armor I'm never gonna wear. That one I am wearing. Here it is. Let's get that out of my inventory. The symbol of avarice. I'm not gonna bother toting that around either. Much better. So, as I mentioned earlier, and as you saw, there's a guy who should be standing right over there. Yeah. This is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. I won't actually take damage from this regardless, but...
Good day. You look reasonably sane. What are you doing in the catacombs? Are you a cleric or something?
Me? No.
Really? Then I'd have no qualms telling you. There's a fine stash of treasure right down that hole. I found it first, but, well, we're friends now. So I'll split it with you. In any case, have a look. It'll shimmer you blind.
Yeah, he's clearly not trustworthy. There is actually treasure down there, though.
This is what I do, my friend. The trinkets I'll be stripping off your corpse, that's the real treasure.
Well, we can grab these. The skull lantern is something you can carry that will provide light. But if you're carrying that, there are other things you're not carrying. You want to stay against this wall. There's Rhea.
Hollow, are you? Thank goodness. Please be careful. There are two fierce hollows not far from here. They were once brave knights, my former escorts. Who would let such strong spirits be hollowed so? Heavens, is there nothing at all to be done?
Not anymore. Apart from, you know, kicking their asses. They're around here somewhere. I think... Are they up the ramp on the way out? Are they further... Alright, there's one of them. One at a time! Ooh, we traded blows on that one. Alright, he's a freaking cleric. Oh, that came out just in time. Alright, he's down. Oops! Oh, really? Whatever. Oh no, you stay away from her. You are not getting this in... Yeah, you're not making that happen. That got his attention. You're not dead yet? Come on! Finally! They have been dispatched.
You banished those two hollows, did you? It pains me to think of the trouble my failings have caused. I am certain that both Vince and Nico are grateful to you. Thank you so very much. Here, these belonged to them. You deserve them more than I am certain that both Vince and Nico are grateful to you. Thank you so very much.
Alright, I'll be able to see her again a bit later. Man, you're creepy. What are the two-handed attacks on the... Oh, there's 3 of them! Cute. Oh, the lights went out. Alright. Aha! Right. I don't buy it. Yeah, remember here? Surely you remember here. This was where I had my first lost blood stain. Just wanted to connect the dot from the backside for you here. It's so entertaining to frustrate all these jerks from here. They all gather around and start clanging at the ladder, and there's not a damn thing they can do about it because they don't know how to climb. Nice to get a little revenge, you know. Not that I can hit them at this angle, but yeah. I do like to taunt them from there, as it were. Right, please bear with me for just a moment, as I apparently have something in my eye. Oh! Also, I'm being shot at. Let me... Here we go. Now I am not being shot at. Man. That was pretty random. It just suddenly started stinging. Okay. Ugh. I don't think there's... Yeah. I can find what source of those arrows up this way. There's somebody up there. Oh dear. Just trying to take this guy to where I can fight just him and not also the archers. Oh my word, that was a close call. Ah. Alright, you know where the safest place is? Down here. Gotcha. It's tempting to use a homeward bone right now. Ah, the frickin' kicking! Oh man, there's still two of them here. Hey kitty, good to see you. Alright. Well, lights out again. Has anyone ever told you, Etro, that you're a weirdo? Also, hi, good to see you. Ha-ha! Didn't even need the lock on. This does not seem to be leading to that item. Ah, but this will. 3 Eyes of Death! Now, I'm going to come right out and say this. The Tomb of the Giants is such an incredibly obnoxious, circuitous, and dangerous area that it is entirely possible that I will accidentally leave some items behind going through it. I do intend to pick up everything, but I might accidentally miss a few things, and if I do apologize for that. Okay. So, yeah, this one's kind of interesting. Let me put on my ring of bad idea protection before I actually slide down here. Okay. Well, there's a bottom of that ladder. Yep. That's why I put fall control on. And I wish I could see where that's coming from. Okay. This is one of those places where the lingering dragon crest ring can be a good idea. Yeah, kinda can't hit him from this angle. My arrows seem to be impacting something. Probably the ground in front of this guy. There we go. See you shoot without a frickin' knee. Look at that knee. It is kind of satisfying to watch that bastard fragment and fall all around you. And hey, look at that! Made it back to the bonfire. Just in time, too, because my light just went out for the last time. There. That knee had more arrows in it than Skyrim. I see what you did there. Right!
Well, let's just calm down. Talk about things. I did you wrong, but I didn't mean it. These temptations, they can, well, overcome me. You know what I mean, don't you? Please, forgive me. You and me, we're jolly undead outcasts, aren't we? Oh, for heaven's sake, let's not mope about, eh? You're still alive? I said I'm sorry. Wait, I know. Here, take this. It proves something, doesn't it?
Twin humanities.
Ow! What the devil?
Can never seem to do a kick. There we go. He's still alive. He's down there. We'll see him later. I just feel better doing that. Oh yeah! And now we have these assholes. Ugh. Crawling skeletons. light out that way. Also, oh dear. Yeah, I think he's gonna win that game. Okay, so... let's go back to Firelink? Is Frampt still out of it? Nah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Miracles, was it? Sometimes I lose myself. Pay me no mind.
Yeah, not going for miracles this playthrough here. Now, if I go back up to the church... The camera keeps zooming in on that. And there she is.
Hello. I will never forget what you did. I am deeply indebted, for it was not within my power to save Vince or Nico. I cannot thank you enough. In case you have not heard, I am Rhea of Thoroland. I only wish there was some way I could help you. But I am inexperienced and I only know the art of miracles. If that could be of any help, speak to me again. Would a miracle be of any help to you? I would be most pleased if that was so. May we discuss miracles then?
The prayer gesture.
Vince and Nico were fooled by a lout named Patches and turned into hollows. My prayers did them no good. It is my ignorance, my frailty that has sealed their fates. Perhaps Petrus realized my weakness all along, and thus made the decision to abandon me. I can hardly blame him now. Vince and Nico were my... It is perhaps... and that I can...
Okay, so... because I'm not really in the market for miracles in this particular playthrough, I'm going to simply tell you... oh, frickin' bell. How this is going to go from here for Rhea. So this is how you unlock her as a merchant. You can now purchase miracles from her. She has a more complete set compared to Petrus. It's like the difference between Big Hat Logan and Griggs. But what we have here, yeah, Wrath of the Gods is a really, really nice one. It's the big offensive miracle. This does an insane amount of damage. It's a big old shockwave. Yeah. Wrath of the Gods was an epic tale that tattered over time and devolved into the modern Force. This primal form of Force emits a shockwave that also inflicts damage. One of the more useful effects in the game there. So here's what happens. Rhea here, if you buy her out, okay, how do I want to phrase this? If I completely buy her out, including this divine blessing that she sells, and she only sells the one, then what's going to happen is that she's going to vanish from here. Because I'm not planning on doing this, I'm going to tell you what happens when this occurs. She ends up getting taken to the Duke's archives and put in their prison. Apparently she was kidnapped by a channeler. She goes hollow there. You go to her cell, she will attack you. And if you beat her, you get what she drops, which is a chunk of humanity, her ivory talisman, and I believe her pendant. Which is one of the things you could actually start the game with. The only thing that pendant can do is be traded to Snuggly. Yeah, it's another one of those things. I'm not even sure what category that counts as. Oh, you could actually drop it just to spawn a vagrant. So there is that. I should mention what vagrants are because they are incredibly rare. If somebody drops an item, just leaves an item on the ground for too long and doesn't pick it up, or, dies or logs out or whatever, and it just ends up getting lost, it gets sent to some other person's world. If an item bounces around enough times, it becomes what's called a vagrant. This will actually be a little unique enemy to fight. And when taken down, it will drop an item that is often better than the one that was originally abandoned. An abandoned pendant will eventually become a divine blessing. If there aren't a lot of other people online, it might actually just come back to your world. Hey, Surfantizer, good to see you. Gallows Adler, hello, good to see you. Wrath of the Gods will often kill them before they fall off the ledge. It's a pretty damn powerful miracle there. Now, a lot of people who play this game never actually see that happen, because they don't buy her out fast enough, essentially. If you don't completely buy her out, that is, if you buy all of her miracles, but not her divine blessing, then, she'll actually just stay here indefinitely. She will not get kidnapped. But there's another, shall we say, a twist, as it were. The trigger time for her kidnapping is after you have beaten 2 bosses. At some point after having rescued her. And there's actually not a whole lot of those left. But if I take out 2 more bosses that she reacts to, which is the Gaping Dragon, the Bell Gargoyles, Priscilla, Sif, Nito, Quelaag, the Bit of Chaos, the Iron Golem, Heckle and Jekyll, the 4 Kings, and the real fight against Seath the Scaleless. If you haven't bought all of her miracles before that happens, she doesn't get kidnapped. She doesn't just live indefinitely. Instead, what happens is that, of all things, Petrus murders her. You can prevent this, and go for one of those other routes that I mentioned, or you could actually just kill Petrus. That works too. But yeah, yeah, Petrus will actually murder her. And, well, you can avenge her if you want. Go kill Petrus, and he'll drop the ivory talisman to prove that he did in fact kill her. So yeah, if you want Rhea to live indefinitely, you need to buy all of her miracles, and not her divine blessing. I don't know why they make these things so complicated. You need to buy all of her miracles, but not her divine blessing, before you beat 2 more bosses. That is how you have her live to the end. If you do buy everything and the divine blessing, she gets kidnapped. If you don't buy all of her miracles, then she gets murdered. That's how that works. The getting kidnapped is probably the hardest one to do, simply because it requires buying literally everything off of her. And there are other things I would much rather spend those souls on, to be completely honest. I also kind of want to show it off. Nah. Otherwise, why did I just mention it all? I'll buy her divine blessing. And then, I don't think I'm going to worry about that.
Then be safe. Farewell, Varianox.
Gesundheit. I'm trying to remember if Petrus says something different. If you talk to him after you've spoken with Rhea? Guess I'll just confirm that real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, so he's got murder on his mind. Now, if I recall correctly, he sits in a very remember it being a sort of awkward place. I'm looking for another NPC who should be here. Well, at least that I thought would be. Let me double check one thing real quick here. Oh. Okay. That won't be until much later then. So apparently this Patch's character, the one who kicks you off into the pit there, in Tomb of the Giants, is actually from Demon's Souls, which I never played, so I can't really say much about that, honestly. Yeah, we will be seeing him again, and we'll actually be seeing him right about where I'm standing right now. But that actually won't be much later. There's a particular boss I need to beat before he'll show up there. I kind of failed to... Okay, so, yeah, the Duke's Archives is sort of, shall we say, in front of the real area you need to go to where the boss was. Which I kind of intentionally skipped there. I'll come back to that later. In much the same way that the Tomb of the Giants follows the Catacombs, where there'll be another boss that we have to beat. New Londo Ruins, down here below Firelink Shrine, at the far end of that is another very small area called the Abyss, that basically has just the boss I need to fight. If I go through Darkroot Garden, there's the Grave of Artorias mentioned back there, and I actually have to do that too. And then there's the Witch of Izalith boss, which is behind two other areas that I would need to fight through. Those are what lie beyond where Quelog is. So yes, all of these bosses, they mention 4. Framped mentions 4 that I need to beat. In actuality, you actually have to beat 5. And each and every one of them is positioned in an area beyond what is otherwise, you know, an area that you wouldn't need to go to for any other reason. So they're actually all 2 areas deep. There is one thing that is very much a concern to me right now, as far as doing everything that I want to do in this playthrough is concerned. And that requires humanity. And not a small amount either. Like, enough to where I feel like I should consider farming for it. I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to put any of you through that. So what I might actually end up doing is sort of, at a good point, call the episode to a close. Not anytime soon, don't worry about that. But I will continue streaming, and I will just farm some humanity, and I will save that off as a separate highlight, sort of an optional one, if somebody actually wants to see that. I doubt they would, but in case you did, you'd be able to see that. Just wouldn't be hiding anything. What am I looking for? Okay, here we are. Yes, Covenant, Chaos Servant. Yeah. I need to turn in 30 humanity to Quellog's sister in order to do what I want to do. 30. That is not a small amount. I'm only carrying 4. Plus 1 twin humanities that... Oh, and there's 4 there. Okay. So I have 10. But that's still, it's still kinda not enough. What I really want to do with all of these souls is go back to Quellana and get some pyromancies off of her. I would also like to actually free Logan, now that I've got the key to do that. So, that's like, I knew there was a bunch of things that I wanted to do, like, all over the place. And, yeah. Lost Izalith. I haven't even been to the area in front of that yet. So there's like all sorts of things I could end up showing off here. There's a boss down there I could fight and stuff. But, yeah, it's just like going all over the place here. What I really want to do next is visit Quellana, and I think I learned my lesson. I think the best way to get there is actually to visit Daughter of Chaos. Travel out from there. Yeah, here. Yeah, I need to give a lot of humanity to her for an element of the plot that I very much do intend to show off this playthrough. I need to go up from here. Yeah, this area. I only just barely stepped out into it. I'm gonna have to do that very soon. In fact, there's a very, very nice set of armor waiting for me once I go that way, that I probably should have tried to get a lot sooner. And it's a very unique, interesting boss fight, as it very much personifies the whole fight smarter, not harder aspect that you've seen quite a bit so far in my playthrough of this. As it's very clearly designed this way. There's essentially a trick you can use to make what is a very tricky and obnoxious fight nigh on trivial. I will get to that before too long. Oh, somebody sees me. Somebody sees me. Where is he? Alright, it's you. Alright, that found him. I just realized something. I should probably switch my shield back. Will that hit him? Nope. Press Crest Shield. Thank you. You know what I think I'm gonna do here? Blow them out one at a time. That immediately backfired. Oh, crap! Oh, okay. I hit the boulder with it. He's rolling, he's rolling, he's rolling! Okay. High. Oh, I'm in projectile range of that one. There we go. Huh? Really? Ah! Intimidating, but I think I'm safe. As a matter of fact... Oh, I hit the boulder. I've never really gotten a good look at these things' faces before. My word, you're ugly. He literally shook that. Oh, crap! That could have been a lot worse. Not that it was a pleasure or anything, but... Here we are. Hey, those dung pies, you get a good chunk of souls out of Framp for them. I think I'm gonna take the rusted iron ring approach to this. I think I'd rather run than have increased poison resistance. I think I have better results with that. Yeah, there we go. Might as well just leave that on for now.
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you. Let us begin.
Let's max out the flame if we can, huh? Or do I want to... maybe I should buy these first? Man, Firestorm is expensive. Oh man, if I take that, that's like all the souls I'm carrying. I got some poppables I can use, though. Let's actually do this. Fire ore, buy the combustion, buy the fireball. Okay.
Now go. Whatever you do, do not crack and go hollow, lest my time spent on you be wasted.
Okay, so where are these? Alright, I got 5 of these. So there's 15k. Soul of a Brave Warrior, that's 5,000. Large Soul of a Brave Warrior, 8,000? Yeah.
Ah, I applaud your
Okay.
diligence. But what have you brought for me?
Souls, naturally. Do I send that to plus 14, or do I get... Yeah, let's get the Firestorm. Alright, so what do I still need here? 20, 30, 45... Alright, that's the full list. Yeah, it's like... just so many souls it costs to upgrade pyromancies. But that is all it costs. You don't have to level up or anything. Bring other equipment, it's just in raw souls. Which is why pyromancers are so good at being troll characters. You can make them super powerful while they're still level 1. Invade noobs. It's ridiculous. if Skippy is here, he could tell you all about that. He was living the dream. Okay. Alright, finally spent all these souls burning a hole in my pocket. Alright, I do not need that ring on anymore. Let's go back to Bellowing Dragon Crest ring, I think? Alright, I am definitely going to want to use pyromancies for the next portion of this. They will be utterly useless against the boss I'm about to face, but that's okay. I won't need them. Did I switch back to... Okay, good. I did. Okay, downstairs. All right. Demon Ruins. Alright. This I want to hit. Despite all the fire around, you'd think pyromancies would be useless. On the other hand, yeah. On the contrary is what I mean to say. On the contrary, they're actually still quite useful around here. Not the least of which would be Flash Sweat. Protection from fire. So let's go Firestorm. Great Chaos Fireball, and 2 Fire Orbs. There we are. Man, I could use some attunement slots. Let me put on the Pyromancy Flame. And I definitely want to switch my weapon over to a different choice. I think at this point I want the Enchanted Falchion. So all of these corrupted characters here, they aren't a problem. They aren't hostile. These down here actually are. Which can be kind of weird. But taking them out might be more trouble than it's actually worth. As you can see, they become worms. And, yeah, they can totally combo you to death. But that's not the only thing they can do. Holy crap! Thankfully, if you back off a bit, they're not terribly fast to approach you, but my word, are they deadly in close. And there's always like a group of them. Now there's something that could have happened there and didn't. Yeah, that one is not aggressive. Just those two in the middle are. There's nothing but death down there. Fiery, molten death. You may notice, however, that there is an item out that way. And some things that are definitely not items. But yeah, they are pretty far out. You might not even realize that they are present. Unless you know they're there and you're looking for them. They kind of blend in. So this slow motion guy back here is the next boss I'll be facing. I don't think I can hit them even with a hawk ring. Oh, no, actually I can fight them. Well, at least I can get the attention of one of them anyway. He's a big Marachiki. Oh! Oops. I ran out of floor. I completely ran out of floor there. Alright, so here's an idea. How about I not aggro those guys? I'll go back and get my souls. They're so freaking sick. The area of effect of pyromancies makes them very useful for dealing with the worms. Can often hit multiples in one shot. There's actually something I should probably let happen. But the worms are so potentially deadly that I'm rather reluctant to do so. At any rate, there's the retrieval. And you may notice they're all absent now. I don't know why. I don't know why that happens. This may seem like a dead end, but no, you can actually turn the corner and go this way. Alright, so before I actually go through that fog gate to fight the boss, I want to draw your attention to something. See that field of lava? It doesn't go all the way across. As a matter of fact, there's like, territory over there. There's clearly something further happening off in that direction. As a matter of fact, oh, it's kind of hard to see at this angle, unfortunately. A bit below the cursor, you see where it's an entirely different color, where it's gray. I can't aim directly at it. There was originally a golden fog door there. That was one of the ones that that got cleared up when the Lord Vessel was placed. There does not seem to be any way of progressing out that way from here. And there isn't yet. That is what this boss prevents. We're going to have to do something about this guy. But yes, notice the lava and notice the cliff. Notice that it's all empty out here. Now, I have to admit, I did not figure this out myself. I think I learned this from a co-op session, and somebody else did this. Clearly, this was intended to be done. There is a path back there. There he is. You may notice he's not attacking. Here's the other end of that path. It's just a little boomerang. Looks like he's got a couple of eyes. Actually, it looks like he's like 3 or 4. There's his nose, there's his mouth. He looks like he was human once. A little. Maybe. And clearly he's a fire-based enemy, so, yeah. I only wanted the pyromancies to deal with the worms on my way here. This is what triggers him. Either that or, you know, actually trying to damage the guy attacking him. He's basically protecting this tomb. Yeah, be wary of demon. As soon as I grab this, that's gonna wake him up. I will show you what that was later. Right now, I need to run. He actually one-shotted me. Oops. I usually dodge that attack. Oops. Oh, that was 50 deaths. Well, darn. Well, that's okay, because my souls will be really easy to pick back up. Assuming I don't screw this up, which is entirely possible. I should have put Flash Sweat on before I grabbed the... Why didn't I think of that? If you use the proper tools, this game is not that hard. Totally forgot about one of the tools I had on specifically for that purpose. Yeah, that attack. Oh well. Smart stuff, I guess. Oh, I left one of them alive. But yeah, Firestorm kind of epic. Oh, glorious. That was how King Jeremiah one-shotted me. You can see why. So he has been aggroed, so when I step through this gate, he's totally gonna be in battle mode. But that's okay. First thing I'm going to do before I step through there is show you what I grabbed. Gold-hemmed black hood. Which is, apart from its weight, the weight is slightly higher, it is strictly superior to the shadow equipment I'm wearing. Worn by the witch Quilana of Izalith, mother of pyromancy and daughter of chaos. She wore this gold-hemmed black hood before even the Age of Fire, and it offers strong resistance versus fire, poison, and other perils. I am going to be switching over to this equipment. It is one of the best sets of equipment in the game. Yeah, the gold-hemmed gloves are actually slightly lighter than the Shadow Gauntlets. The physical defense reduction, however, is pretty tiny. So is the lightning defense. The bleed resistance is an unfortunate loss, but what you gain in poison, magic, and fire, well worth it. And then again, this one is strictly superior. You get a lot for that equipment, stat-wise. And it is pretty light. I'm still within the 1/4 range of my equip load. So, yeah, I still got the fast roll and everything. One funny thing about wearing the skirt, though, you're barefoot. As you can see. So, yeah. She is, doing this Die Hard style now. Alright, so, I was actually just trying to run down here. Under the circumstances, I may as well wait for him. No, you can't go back through the gate. But here's the thing. Remember that cliff? He can't reach me from where he is. But that won't stop him from trying. Oh my word. I stand totally corrected. This isn't working the way I normally expect it to. This is, not what normally happens here. Oh, whoops. Does it only work when you first fight him? Oh, I might have a problem here. This is not what's supposed to be happening right now. Crap. I swear the damage he's dealing is increasing. Okay, hold on. Oh, what am I doing? No, 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 no. That was not what I wanted. That was not what I wanted. That's what I want. That's what I want. Get me out of here. Okay. So, here's what happens if he doesn't kill you and you start the fight over. He tries to melee you again. If you run back to the beginning of the area, he can't reach you from the lava. So what he does is that he jumps at you. But then all you have to do is attack his hands, and he falls off the ledge to his death. He dies very promptly that way. And I usually don't have an issue with this. But I seem to have screwed this up. Royally! Okay, I actually can still pull it off. But I have to go back to the altar. If I go back to the altar, then he will try to melee me. Okay. Alright, until then, what I'm going to have to do is buff up my fire resistance as much as I can. Yeah, Dragon Crest Shield. Oh, I didn't actually look at the lantern, did I? Yeah, Skull Lantern of the Catacombs Necromancer droops from his long beard locks. This lantern alights the Tomb of the Giants, Nito's light-devouring domain of death. Also serves as a fire damage strike weapon. Not a terribly good one. Yeah, if you're carrying the lantern, it does light up the area around you. And there's one other thing you can do with the lantern. Because it's warm. You guessed it. You can trade it to Snuggly. This game, though. This game. Bear with me for just a moment here. Yeah, I mentioned the pendant earlier. You get a souvenir of reprisal out of it. If you trade that into Snuggly. If you trade in a Skull Lantern, you get a Ring of Fog. Which is pretty nice. It basically gives the hidden body spell effect permanently while it's equipped. Before the game was patched any, the original version pre-remastered, someone wearing a Ring of Fog or had hidden body cast on them could not be locked onto at all. This was quickly determined to be completely broken, and they patched that out. However, the lock-on distance is reduced. If you are hidden by the ring or the spell. One of the most useful places of using that, or the hidden body spell, is when you need to climb up that ledge in Anor Londo that's being covered by 2 archers. It will definitely reduce how far they can see you from. It gives you a very good opportunity to get up nice and close to them. I will probably get that ring at some point, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay. My apologies for the wait. Okay. Oops. This is actually probably the best fire resistance I have available to me. Even if I look in the bottomless box. Wanderer set's pretty good. Well, black iron armor, but I can't wear that. That's way too heavy. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, this is definitely the best bet. Easily. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna wanna kindle this. run forward just to get my souls back anyway. Okay. So let's do this. And, I only need one more. Okay. First hollowing. I don't know why her legs are bouncing. We have the right of kindlings, so we can do 2 more. Take it up to 20. I'm gonna need them. Ugh, I really don't want to lose that bloodstain. Alright, I don't even need to aggro those guys, I think. Or, at any rate, they move so slowly that it's not a problem if I just hit this direction. Alright. So my objective is to get forward through this, get my bloodstain back, and get him to switch to melee, rather than just these big lava gushes. Which are kind of obnoxious, frankly. I don't want him one-shotting me. Ugh! Alright. Where's my bloodstain? Oh, come on! I have no idea where my bloodstain was, but it's gone now. Where the hell was it? I couldn't find it. I looked all over. Consarn it. You know what, I may as well do this. Ah. Alright. So I just let them attack me in a very specific manner. And there is a reason I did that. Oh, man. I wish I could see my... Don't know how long it takes to manifest. I remember it not being terribly long. Jumping? Well, at least I can see my bloodstain this time. So I hopefully won't lose that again. There we go, we can block it with this shield. Well, I was able to once anyway. Yoink! Ah! Holy crap! Pinned in here. Alright, quick, before he turns the corner again. What happened is I let him get back to the front again too quickly. Alright, he should not like the fact that I'm back here. Right, and now he's trying to slap me with his arm. Right, okay. Stamina! Stamina! Okay. Now he should be pissed off again. He shouldn't try to shoot me, he should try to jump after me. Yep. But, yeah, kinda forgot something. And that he goes. My sincere apologies for not getting that the first time. This is what beating him does. He's called Ceaseless Discharge for a reason. Simoto, hello, good to see you, thank you. He was the source of the lava. And now it's gone. So now I can proceed onward. Oh, and he's worth 20,000 souls. So there's that. So I saw my character scratch her head. Yep, there it is, after beating the boss. That is why I let one of the worm hatcher deals use that attack on her. What that will do should become apparent in short order. Sooner than I had actually thought. Yes, so now, now we have one of those bulbous protrusions around her head. Why would we do this? As a sign of faith to Aingi.
Well, now, you're just like me. Your dedication is fully apparent. Only, well, your head looks awful. why not try this? I've no use for it any longer.
The egg vermifuge is what you use to get rid of that condition. And he gives you one, yep. Bitter sour chestnut removes parasitic egg from body. The egg bearers have chosen to serve the flame of chaos, and the eggs symbolize this selfless choice. Naturally, these chestnuts are forbidden, but are allowed under special circumstances. Like them taking over your head. Much better. Oh, but yeah, we have to put the helmet back on. There we go.
Hello. What is it that you need?
But now that we've done that, Aingi will actually sell us things. And he can upgrade the pyromancy flame. We can buy egg vermifuges from him, not that we need more. And he has a couple of pyromancies unique to him. Poison Mist and Toxic Mist. Crafted by Aingi himself. Considered a heretic even at the Great Swamp. Yeah, create Poison Mist, create Intense Poison Mist. Their names pretty much say it all, they work exactly the way you'd expect them to. Aingi became an egg-bearing undead who serves a deformed young girl who speaks an unintelligible tongue. Why was Aingi driven from the Great Swamp? One only need cast this pyromancy, a perverse diversion from the art of fire, to find out. Well, I can afford Poison Mist at the moment. Toxic Mist, not so much. That one's gonna have to wait a bit.
Incidentally, do you have an interest in pyromancy? If you have, I shall share my flame with you.
Indeed I do. And I now have a spare pyromancy flame. I don't need both, obviously. So, guess what I can do with this one? Yep, you guessed it. I can trade it to Snuggly, because it's warm. Do wonders never cease. I forget what Snuggly gives you for it. Oh yes, a red Titanite chunk. But there's another thing that you can do. Once you get a pyromancy flame up to plus 15, Quilana, and it has to be Quilana. Laurentius can't do it, Aingi can't do it. Quilana can actually ascend it to a super version of the pyromancy flame. That can further be upgraded to, I think, another plus 5. But also, Snuggly will take this ascended version of the pyromancy flame and give you a red Titanite slab for it, which will allow you to bring a fire weapon to maximum level. The slabs are quite rare. It's one of the more consistent ways of getting one. Chaos weapons also. To max out a chaos weapon requires a red Titanite slab. If you want all the achievements, you will have to get at least one weapon of each type of ascension maxed out. So it's important to get actually 2 of them, one for fire and one for chaos at some point. I'm going to take that approach.
You have served our fair lady well. Now, let this strength be yours. Worse than undead, we are diseased and unwanted, like the grime of the great swamp. But my dear fair lady, she cried for me and swallowed the great blight pus, despite Mistress Quelag's orders to the contrary.
That's the story behind her. She did it to spare the other diseased undead.
Worse than
can upgrade that one, but... Notably, Snuggly will not take any Pyromancy Flame with a plus on it. You want to leave it at its standard form, or get it up to plus 15, ascend it, and then leave it at that ascended form without plussing it any further. Any Pyromancy Flame with a plus on it, Snuggly won't take. I do want Toxic Mist. I do want this character to get all the Pyromancies, but that is going to take some doing. Okay. Let's see. Quite a bit of, little chunks of unfinished business have been taken care of lately. Right, that's what I thought. Okay. Okay, good, good, good. Just quickly refreshing my memory on something. I need to go to Anor Londo to turn that in. And I have Big Hat Logan to actually properly rescue. And then he's going to have a bunch of new spells available, which I totally don't have the souls for. Because for better or worse, I'm actually somewhat good at this game. and I end up not needing to do a lot of grinding or farming. Somewhat good at this game. Not great. I'm not Lobos, but I know my way around. Okay, I need to... Okay, I want the bottomless box, because I'm definitely not going back to the ninja outfit. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be wearing the set that I'm wearing right now for the rest of the campaign. I don't think there's anything I will be replacing it with. Okay. I am going to have to get some humanity for her at some point. I obviously don't have it right now. There's always more souls needed for pyromancy, it seems. Might not be the best direction to go in. But I do at least want to show off for the moment. Oh, let me actually rest here and get that flask refilled. Only one? There we go. Here we are. Yeah, aim for the one in the back. You have a better chance of the AoE hitting Flood there. Well, I won't run out of floor this time. It looks kind of spicy, but only the glowing parts are actually dangerous. Even if you're barefoot. Yeah, so we get to scope all this out now. Yeah, those big mama jamas are guarding a few items back there. There is one right here, and unfortunately, we've been spotted. That's right, it's a Capra demon as a frickin' standard enemy. Albeit a slightly smaller one. Alright, and where he was standing, you can now see. We can proceed onward. Do watch your step right there. You may have wondered why this area was called Demon Ruins when there was no apparent ruins. Although it was maybe a little over where the boss was. Ceaseless Discharge. But yeah, here you are. Here's the main chunk of it. Lost Izalith is through there. There's a few items out here. This little area here is really only an entrance to another area, but it's pretty dangerous for what it is. Wait, really? If you're not going to react to my arrow, I'm just going to keep firing them. You're going to let me cheese you out. I'm going to cheese you out. That sound is intimidating. Alright, so note to self, these guys do not know what to do when they're being shot at by arrows. I often will fire an arrow at an enemy just to get their attention, as it were. Aggro them, as they say. Draw them over to where I would prefer to fight them. But sometimes they just don't react to the arrow. I fire about a dozen more. And down they go. Fight smarter, not harder. This game gives you lots and lots of tools. Use them appropriately, and things tend to not be that bad. At this range, I might get your attention. Oh, somehow I'm hitting that pillar. It doesn't look like I should be, but I am. Oh, yeah, I got your attention. Okay, that's fine. Or not! On second thought, maybe that's not fine at all. That didn't go as planned. Yeah, so there's the big stairs in the center, which are actually on a lower floor. These smaller ones here on the sides. These enemies are just weird. Don't take them too lightly, though. They breathe fire. At least they do if you give them the chance to. Still have the Dragon Crest shield on. Yeah, that's probably a good choice. I thought there was another... So yeah, if you're a melee-only character, good luck with these damn things. As it is, arrows don't do that much damage to them, but it's safe at least. Their equivalent in Dark Souls 2 is a lot easier to deal with. These OG worm things. These are a nightmare. Bye. And that is why you would spend the time to do that. There's another bonfire here. Oh, and an item that you can now grab safely. Don't worry, the worm doesn't respawn. This line is now scrolling. Ah yes, the Duke's Archives. I think you can warp to that bonfire? I think? Here. Like I said, they breathe fire. But yeah, they're otherwise no real biggie. Two of them at once usually isn't too bad, just as long as you don't, you know. Let them separate out and flank you. Alright. Oh, back up, back up, back up! That's right, there's another. I thought we were done with you guys. That was wrong. Yeah, you are the problem. We do actually have to fight one of you. Thankfully, you're kind of weak to fire, oddly enough. There we go. Hi. See if I can feed him the arrows. Kind of getting stuck in his teeth. little patience and a lot of arrows. You just know there's something good back there. You just know it. Wait, what? Okay. Thank you. I'm shocked by this one. Yet another one! I should probably put some of these rings in the box. 'Cause I know I'm never gonna wear them. And they're just getting in my way right now. Yeah, that's like double damage each arrow. Actually, I'm going to leave that on, because I happen to know there's one more enemy to face here, and it's another worm. That is our objective. Hi! There you are. How nice of you to join us. I know it's not terribly exciting. But it proves my point. Okay. I think that's it? I don't think there's another worm? Ah, I'm wrong. Oh boy, I'm really wrong. I'm like extremely wrong. Thankfully, if you stand in just the right spot in the middle, none of them can hit you. Of course, you also can't really go much of anywhere from there. Throwing these around just to save some time here. So you might wonder, what on earth is at the end of this corridor, guarded by all these damn worms, to make it worth heading out this way? Well, I'll show you. And it's not a troll. It would have been pretty impressive if it was just this tiny little soul item. Or a mimic. But no, they did not actually do that to you. Ooh, I got a red Titanite chunk out of him. He actually did get some lava damage there. I am shamelessly using all my pyromancies here because I intend to return right back to the bonfire after this. Oops. The reason why will be obvious when I open that chest. One more. Alright. My, they made you obnoxious to get to. You're not hidden, you're just a good ways out of the way. Large flame ember. You want to make a chaos weapon? Well, there you go. That's how you do it. So that actually has to be delivered to the blacksmith at the bottom of the catacombs. He's the blacksmith that uses fire. If you're playing the original non-remastered Dark Souls, yeah, good luck with that. Your best bet's probably like the Tomb of the Giants and walk back from there. Thankfully in Remastered, they were kind enough to simply put a new bonfire in his room. These enemies are weird. Aquas, hello indeed. Whoa! You learned to moonwalk. There is an item behind that Capra demon. I'll get it later. I don't want to do anything stupid while I'm not armed with spells. Okay. So there is a boss straight through that fog door there. There's also something interesting out this way. You can see the item there. You can see this odd-looking gate, this odd-looking doorway. That actually does serve a purpose. Now, I could wander in this way, but I tend to slip around in ways that I'm not willing to risk right this moment, so I'm going to do exactly what I said I was going to do. Whoa, oh, never mind, that would have been fine. Would have felt stupid, but that would have been fine. I said I was going right back to a bonfire, and I meant it. Oh wait, it's the lower floor. Oh yeah, there's an item right here. pretty intimidating. What with, you know, that on the wall right behind it. I think that was actually part of Ceaseless Discharge. I think. Yeah, they're kind of burning a hole in my wallet, so to speak. Alright, well... Catacombs. Let's pay him a visit. I'm so glad they added a bonfire down here. I got a gift for you, you pain in the ass.
Why? Is that an ember from New Londo? And a fine ember it be. What do you say? Why not leave it with me? I'll give you a flame to feast your eyes upon. Yes, yes, very well. We'll get these old bones to work.
Yes, so now he can actually do a Chaos Ascension. Oh, he actually... No, okay. This is what he needs in order to, max out something in fire. Chaos is actually a different one. He can natively ascend something to fire, but it can only go as far as +5. You actually need that one to bring it all the way up to 10. There is also a Chaos Flame Ember. That is a separate ember. Okay. That will allow you to take a fire +5 and turn it into a chaos weapon. The advantage of Chaos Ascensions as opposed to Fire is that it will actually provide scaling with your humanity stat. Just like Quelog's Fury Sword does. Yeah, the extra effect goes as high as 10 humanity. And compared to, say, a fire +10 weapon, a chaos +5, which is maximum for chaos, does roughly the same amount of physical damage, but more fire damage. Maybe like, I want to say it's like 15%, give or take, more fire damage to actually take the chaos route. But that's if you have, you know, humanity in stock. I think at like 5 humanity they're about even. So it's not necessarily better or worse. It's it adds an extra wrinkle, but one that you definitely can take advantage of. I don't actually have anything else to do here, unless I wanted to upgrade that. I do have some Twinkling Titanite, and not much to spend it on other than shields and no armor for reinforcing. Can that not be upgraded at all? He sells homeward bones. Ah, man. Top out the arrows again.
I've told you, I'm here for the trade, not for the talk. Well, what was that about? Don't be coming around here without a good reason.
I am not going out there right now. Don't even think about it. Oh, you never even met him. That's not too surprising. The only way to actually encounter him is to literally drop in on him. It's in the catacombs. I watch my highlights, and you'll see how to get in there. I was alarmingly thorough down here. But yeah, he is the fire blacksmith. He's where you make fire and chaos weapons. Oh boy. I want to spend these souls at Quilana, or even Aingi for that matter, but I think at the moment, I think I will get a level out of them. At this point, maybe another point of Dex would be a good idea. At this point, I have the Enchanted Falchion. Yeah, let's put a point in intelligence here. No armor for reinforcing. Alright, so that can't be upgraded at all? Usually things can be upgraded with Twinkling Titanite if they can't be upgraded with, like, anything else. But yeah, you can't upgrade this set at all. Not that you need to. Like I mentioned, it's pretty damn good on its own already. Alright, well, I think I need to go rescue Logan. Bring this particular session full circle. Oh, I kind of need to warp, huh? Yeah, you can't warp to the one in the Demon Ruins. But I'm pretty sure there's one, like, just after the next boss that you can warp to. Again, we just stick to this direction and we won't draw any unwanted attention. Except for that archer way up there. Oh, I suppose I ought to, let me slate some curiosity here. Let's put cast light on. In case you were wondering what it really looked like in here. how it stays pitch black, ain't it? Thought I'd show that off. Okay. Definitely want pyromancies around here. Sorceries are virtually worthless. At least I don't need to set Flash Sweat around here. Firestorm, Great Chaos Fireball, Fire Orbs. Fire Surge. Let's take that approach. The spell's still effective. Alright, the way that I want to go is actually back to where I was rescued. I actually want to go back to the prison cell. So I actually do want to go up these steps. I just realized this is 100% not the weapon I want to be armed with as I do this. Okay. There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What? Is that a headshot or something? Archer battle. Crap. I'm gonna lose that battle. You win this round. You're kidding me. There we go. I didn't get any souls. He's still down there. Satisfying. Nice. In case you were wondering, because I didn't actually mention this before, and it's not exactly intuitive. In case you were wondering about how I just seem to randomly get humanity off of enemies sometimes, it's pretty much what it sounds like. Pretty much randomly get humanity out of enemies sometimes. But there's actually a limit to it. It's not completely random. Ooh. That's the wrong shield. Let's switch that over. Let's just get out of his range for now. it's actually, if I remember correctly, it's actually not random at all. But rather, it's a set number of enemies you beat in each area. So you'll get one pretty quickly when you enter a new area and do some killing. It'll eventually peter off. I want to say each area is good for 10 total. Oh, arrow from behind! Arrow from behind! This guy is still slinging spells. Whoa, 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 what? Ah! What was that? Ah! I was right where I wanted to be! Well then! Isn't that a fine how do you do? I do believe the Dark Souls Remastered server just went down. I'm still live, apparently. So, yeah. This is their end, not mine. I'm guessing that this is currently affecting every single player of this game right now. Well, so that happened. That is... well, I mean, I could cancel and play offline, but that kind of defeats the whole purpose of the game in a number of ways for me. I want to say that if you load a character up offline, they kind of really don't let it go online again or something. There's some weird thing about playing this game offline, and that's why they immediately kick you off if it has a problem. Yeah, I'd have to... I know there's something about playing this game both online and offline with the same character, and I don't want to do that. It seems to be good and down. Oh well. Yeah. So I'm going to be, calling this early then, apparently. I was, willing to go for another half hour or so, but, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to call it here. I'm sort of... yeah, I'm very reluctant to try to load this character up offline. I really don't want to do that. I don't recall if there is a penalty for it or what kind there is, but I seem to remember there being some manner of a snafu regarding doing that. So I'm not going to take any chances with that. Well, that was a short end to this. My apologies for that. As normally I would be going a bit longer than this. But it definitely seems like it's not coming back up. If you are so inclined, looks like I'll be hosting Chubo. So I will see you there. If not, take care. Never forget to play. Assuming, of course, that the games let you. I will catch you next time.